Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm just full of the flu right now. I was going to make this video with me on the beach with a camera because I thought that would be a great setup for my personal videos on the beach after training, drinking my coconut, with you seeing the beautiful views of the beach and the mountains. But I'm full of the flu right now, so excuse my voice. But yeah, this video, you read the title right. This is all about my 5 things to know before coming to Brazil, so you don't get a culture shock, or you don't snap or get angry or misunderstand a few things, which I wish someone told me this when I first arrived. But as you know from my videos, I've been living in Brazil for 3 years. I've been living around Latin America for 7 years. I'm going to try and stop me English British accent. I'm going to speak it proper Queen's English, hopefully, so everyone can understand me, because these are very important information, so you don't get killed or get into a fight, because Brazilians, they do fight. They don't back down from fights. So if you snap, then you better be a bit prepared to fight. It's not like other countries where if you get a misunderstanding or have an argument, an altercation, they'll just walk away or they won't get to fight. Here they will fight you to the death. So just be careful, guys. But yeah, and that brings me to number one. Number one is, in Brazil, each state is a completely different country. Brazil is so huge, it's like bigger than Europe. It's like so many countries combined. So I'm trying to sum up Brazil now with 5 points. You should know about it, but it's impossible to sum up Brazil because each state is completely different. I'm gonna do this video as if you're going to Rio de Janeiro, because Rio de Janeiro is known to be the most dangerous. So if you can survive in Rio de Janeiro, you can probably survive in the rest of Brazil, downtown Rio de Janeiro. But that's one thing you need to know, is that not only is each state completely different, but 70%, like I said in the other video, 70% of Rio de Janeiro is hell on earth, but 30% of Rio de Janeiro is heaven on earth. So even in the city of Rio de Janeiro, it's a completely different world from, if you go to Leblon, it's a completely different world, and Barra Juca is a completely different world from downtown Rio de Janeiro. It's like you're in two completely different countries. When you get a metro from downtown and go straight to Barra de Juca, it's like you're in a completely different country. So not only the states, it's like you're in a different country. Some cities it's like that as well. So yeah, don't judge all of Brazil by one state or one. You have people from all around the world here. You'll meet some German people, Germanic people, white people in the south, and you'll meet more indigenous people in the near the jungle, near the north, and you'll meet more ghetto kind of black people in the downtown Rio de Janeiro. And then you go to the rich part of Rio de Janeiro and you see more white people. So yeah, don't judge it from one place. If you don't like one place in Brazil or even Rio de Janeiro, you can always go to another place. I wish I knew that, because I hated Rio de Janeiro when I first came. I was in downtown Rio and I didn't really like it. It was really stinky. It wasn't for me. I have a few friends who like the ghetto lifestyle and like really get along, find black people sexually attractive, and they would love that downtown. But for me, it was really stinky, and because I couldn't afford anywhere else at the time. But I wish I had discovered Barra de Juca and Niterói and Quixada when I first arrived. But yeah, just be careful. Rio de Janeiro isn't what you see on the postcards. It's 30% of it is like that, near the beaches and everything. But if it's not near the beach, if it's more inland, it is 70% of it is, no offense to Rio de Janeiro. I've lived here for 3 years because I absolutely love it, because I put up with that so I can enjoy the heaven like you see in these pictures here, the mountain climbing, the nature. That's the real lifestyle. Like in these pictures, that's the 30% of Rio de Janeiro, the way I have to go to every day to reach nature and find peace on earth. But 70% of Rio de Janeiro is a literal toilet. It is like, I'm now just walk out of my hotel. I try and stay in my hotel as much as possible just to get air conditioning, because I walk out and I've been sick. I thought I've been sick, not because of flu, but because of I've just come back to Rio de Janeiro after years being away and being in clean Paraguay. And the city, the pollution, especially during Carnival, they treat the city like a toilet. They throw up, they pee and woo, they wee and poo everywhere, and it's just, they use it as toilets everywhere. So after Carnival or during Carnival, it is like you cannot breathe. I literally hold my breath, and and I think I've been sick the past few days because of that. I looked at my face and I thought, what the hell, have I got some kind of disease or something? Because you walk outside, it hits you, the air hits you and you cannot breathe, especially if you just come from a clean place. I think I adapted to it when I was living in Brazil for so long, but now just coming straight from Paraguay, I didn't realise what such a toilet it is. But obviously the pictures you're not seeing here, it's clean water, it's nice, it's refreshing. That's where I have to go to every day to get from downtown. But I don't want to show you pictures of downtown because it will make you vomit because you can't smell it as well. You see pictures, but you cannot smell the smell and people aren't. And you cannot feel the energy of people trying to rob you all the time. People shouting at you. You have hello. People don't talk here; they shout. That's one of the bad things also. But if you go to Belo Horizonte or a nice, cooler place like in the south, they're much more chill. And number 3 is they have they don't have any public spatial awareness. For you, privacy. It's like the opposite of Japan. Japan, they like to keep themselves to themselves, and they like to give people their own privacy. They don't like people in their spatial awareness. Here it's the opposite. As soon as you walk on the street, people will look in you, shouting your name, especially if you're white and you stand out. Like here, if I stand out, if I go out after midnight or something, people are shouting at me and trying to come up with me. And the homeless people in Mexico, I love that. They're so sweet and cute, because I thought they would be like shouting at me or grabbing up my clothes, because I was used to Brazil, because sometimes if you go to downtown, they sometimes pull on your clothes and everything. It's literally like a scene from Mad Max. I know I'm really pointing a really bad picture here, but I'm just preparing you for the worst, just in case you have a culture shock and you can't afford these rich areas that I'm showing in the pictures and you have to live downtown. Because I know there's a few people, like I had a friend here called that came with. He's a really cool guy, but I thought he wasn't going to survive in Brazil, and I felt a bit sorry for him. And I just imagine how many people are out there that aren't really fit and are coming to this, and they're going to have a culture shock, and the police not do anything because the police hands are full. But yeah, each state is completely different. But yeah, there's no public spatial awareness. People are always close together. But that's the kind of good thing as well, because they also, if they meet you, they'll say, "Oh, come to our house, have some dinner with us." That's a no biggie. But also you've got to be careful as well at the same time. Don't think everyone is here, is going to be really friendly. I'm running out of space right now, but yeah, number 5 is, they're really fun, but just be careful at the same time, and they're really loud, so you have to have your coffee and your energy to keep up with them. So that's it, guys.